Good morning. We're going to make a strawberry triple layer cake today. So let's get going. I'm going to read the instructions first and then I'll put it together. Okay, let's see, we need 1 box of white cake mix. I prefer to use a homemade mix, but this is how it's put together, so we're going to follow directions. 1 3-ounce box of strawberry jello, 4 large eggs. I'm using farm fresh eggs from here, our own eggs. A 1/2 cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of flour, a 1/2 cup of fresh strawberries, finely chopped, 1 cup of vegetable oil, a 1/2 cup of milk, and let's see, that's it for putting that all together. So now we need the instructions. So you need to have 3 9-inch cake pans, and I'm using 8 because that's all I have. And you need to bake it at 350 for about 25 minutes. In a large bowl, you want to put the cake mix, all the cake mix and all the ingredients, which I had read off earlier. And then you want to mix it on low until combined. Then mix for 3 minutes. After that, you're going to pour the batter in the prepared pans and bake until a toothpick comes out clean from the center. Once done, put on a rack for about 10 minutes, and then you're going to remove them from the pan, and then you're going to frost the cake. Okay, we're going to get started here. Let me just go to the refrigerator, get the milk. I like to keep the milk in there until I'm ready. Okay, here's the milk. So here we go. Here is the cake mix. And I just used a super moist golden vanilla. Nothing fancy, that's what I used. Gonna pour that in. Then next we've got jello, strawberry jello. Again, nothing fancy, that's what I used. Nothing fancy around here, it's whatever gets the job done and it tastes good. So there goes the strawberry jello in there. Okay, then we're gonna have, whoops, just moving some stuff around here. Then we've got 4 large eggs right here, farm fresh eggs, going right in. Then we got a 1/2 cup of sugar. There you have it. And flour, we have 1/4 cup of flour. And we have our oil, which is 1 cup. 1 cup of oil right here. I use whatever oil that's on hand. And a 1/2 cup of strawberries right there. Our strawberry season has not begun yet, so these are store-bought strawberries. My strawberries in my garden is doing great. I noticed everything's getting nice and green out there. And a 1/2 cup of milk right in there. Just like that. I'm going to take a big spoon and I'm just going to stir it before we start mixing. Seems like an awful lot for the mixer just to take off. I always like to stir everything I have to incorporate it just a little bit. There, just like that. That's just me. You don't have to do this, but I like to do it. doesn't, I don't know, just to me, everything seems to, when you start off and you throw it in a bowl, it just goes every which way. Okay, we're going to do this until it gets all mixed in. There you have it, right there. It's all mixed. And then we want to mix it for 3 minutes. So I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm going to shut the camera off. And I'm going to mix it so you don't have to listen to it for 3 minutes. We all know how to mix the batter for 3 minutes. And I'm going to, once that's done, I'm going to pour it in these pans and I'll show you what it looks like. So don't go too far. This is a very nice batter. Look at that. It's a nice light batter. Okay, let's fill the pans. I was going to get it done before I came back, but I said I wanted to show you this batter because it looks so good. I'm going to divide this up into 3 pans. It's one. I'm filling them for about half full or somewhere in there. Yeah. Kind of hard. I can't see the back of the bowl when I'm scraping. So how's everybody this morning? Well, I hope. Here the sun's out and it's 51 degrees, but it's supposed to be raining. It's been raining here for several days now. So a little bit of batter right there on the bottom. We'll just mix it in. I guess 3 minutes didn't get it all right there. There you have it. Okay. And this again is 8-inch pans because I did not have 3 9-inch pans. I had 2, but not 3. And I would say by the time I get done filling this, should be just about right for, I don't see why 3 8-inch pans wouldn't work unless it's going to rise extremely tall. Again, I've never made this recipe. I had a friend email it to me and said, hey, I think you'd like this. Why don't you try it? So I thought, well, why not? I'll try it for everybody to see. Okay. So there you have it right there, folks. Whoops, I guess I need to come back this way. There's 3 cake pans filled with a batter. So I'll be back once it's all baked. Okay, we're getting ready to make the frosting for this cake. And there's a few things I'd like to say. This is the first time that I've made this cake. I would not use a moist cake mix because it stuck to the bottom of the pans because there's so much liquid. I should have thought about that being a licensed baker. I know better. But anyways, that was number 1 that I would suggest you not to do. I will put that in the subscription box below also with a recipe. And I am using the basic recipe for the frosting with this cookbook here. And I will also put that in the description box. I will read it first. I make so much frosting, I might add a little more milk or a little more shortening or whatever. But I'm gonna read to you the ingredients for the frosting here. 1 cup of shortening, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla, 1½ teaspoons of lemon extract, orange extract, or almond extract, 4½ cups of powdered sugar, and 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk. Okay, let's see. We're about ready to start here. So here we go. We're going to take the confectionery sugar, 4.5 cups. Right here, it's going in. 4.5 cups. We got a powder storm going on here. Okay. Now, we're going to take the vanilla. I'm going to add a little bit more to it. Now, I want you to know that I am using pure Mexican vanilla powder. And I'll show you that right here. I like to use that in my frostings. My son and my son's fiance bring it to me from Mexico. So this is good stuff if you're able to get it. If not, just use regular extract. Okay, so we're going to put that in. And we're going to put the 1 cup of shortening in. And I use Crisco. You can use whatever you like, but that's my choice. And the confectionery sugar, I'm not fussy with that. I just get whatever. And sometimes I buy it by the bulk. And we're going to put 4 tablespoons of milk in. And I'm putting 1/2 cup of strawberries in, just because I want to. That's an add-on. So we're going to start with some milk. I'm just going to pour the milk in. And we're going to mix it up. I'm not going to talk, okay, until it gets done mixing. I'm going to add some more milk. Okay, that's a little thick to me. I'm going to add just a tad more milk. You can tell as you're making the frosting how you like the consistency. This is okay, but it's a little too thick for me right now. That's much better. Okay, hold on one bit. I may have to get some more strawberries. I'll be right back. Don't go too far. Okay, I got what I want. I'm not sure if I'm going to garnish the top. I just want to make sure. Okay, right now I'm just going to start with a few strawberries. Just a few. Okay, I would say I probably didn't chunk up the strawberries fine enough. So I'm going to go just a little bit more. The strawberries should have been chunked up just a tad more. So I am going to Put them right here. And I am just going to chop them a little more. I forget I'm not using my KitchenAid today. I'm just using my hand mixer. And the KitchenAid has more power and would have chopped this up much better. But that's okay. That's how we learn here, folks. We learn, and I try to teach you guys a few extra things that maybe you didn't know. So there you have it right there. And I must say you should always have clean hands, and I do before I start. Okay, I just dice those up a little more. Gonna put those in. And I didn't put my apron on, so I hope I don't stain my shirt here. I was kind of in a hurry, multitasking today with several things. Okay, so here we go. Okay, folks, I really like the consistency. There's a few more chunks in there, but I'm going to let it go because that's just the way it's going to go today. And Ray will surely enjoy this cake. If he likes it, we'll make it again. So I just want to show you. It's a nice consistency. And let me get my pedestal over here. This is what I'm going to work on. I just need to see where I need to be. Let's move this up just a little bit, just a tad. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I mean by using a moist cake mix. See that right here? That stuck to my pan even though I sprayed it and I put flour. It's not going to matter because I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it over like this. But before I do that, I'm going to take a dab of frosting, and this helps keep the cake in place while I'm working. And why I've got wax paper there, it just helps keep everything clean. There you have it right there. And it helps it from not moving around. And I can turn this as I want. This here is Pioneer Woman's pedestal. I absolutely love her stuff. I'm not endorsing her. I don't have anything to do with her. I'm just saying I like it. And this is what I like for a tool to frost with. So we're going to put some of this on in the middle. Now I do have a trick. I'm going to tell you folks. Oh, this is going to be nice. I prefer to dip my spatula as I'm working, and it keeps it from being all gummy when you're spreading the frosting, as I'm going to show you, like a little bit of water, like right here. If you need to spread it, you take this and it makes a nice glaze. So that's just a trick here from Maniac Grammy. Okay, so we're going to take the next layer. See what happened? Yep, that's what happens when you use a moist cake mix. So then we're going to put this layer right there. I didn't have to cut off anything from the top, it doesn't look like, because everything's still pretty flat. I'm hoping it's going to be able to fly this way. Let's see. Put some more here. I think I'll get a spoon just because the consistency is really good. It's a good workable frosting. Look at that. You can just swirl it around. Beautiful. Just perfect. Okay, what I'm going to do now is, this is my next layer, my third layer. And this one here didn't stick. This one here's perfect. So the next layer, to give a good flat base, you want to take your top right here of the cake and put it down this way. Now see how good that looks, folks? It's not sticking up. It's just perfect. Okay, so we're going to put some more frosting on here. Just like this. I'm going to just dab it right on. It's working out great. And this is another one of my favorites that I like to use, just an inexpensive spatula. Just go like that. And if you want to cut down calories, you don't have to frost the whole cake, but we don't count calories here. We probably should, but we don't. Just gonna put some on the sides here, start building it up. It's coming out amazing. It's gonna be nice. It's almost like a little bit thicker than a Cool Whip consistency, and that's what we like. But Ray's not too fussy, because when I make stuff like this, a lot of times he takes it to his work and they don't complain at all. They love it. There you go, folks, just like that. Look how nice that's coming out. I'm trying to think of any other little tips I can give you on this recipe. I think it's a nice recipe, but again, I would not use a moist cake mix. And I honestly don't see why you couldn't use your own cake mix. So next time I do, I probably will, because I prefer that. I prefer doing everything from scratch. But this was emailed to me from a friend and said, why don't you try it? So there you have it. Thought I would. Okay, getting down here to the bottom. It's working up nicely. When it works up nice, that makes me happy. Actually, if I have any frosting left over, not quite sure what I'll do with it. I got a couple of thoughts, and we'll see. And you can freeze frosting as well. I don't know if you all know that or not, for about 3 months. So if you got something big going on and you need frosting and you're stressed out, just go ahead and make it ahead. No problem. Perfect. And this is going to give you a little bit more left over. Depends how thick you want to make your frosting too. I made this kind of on the thinner side because that's how we like it. So there you have it, looking pretty. Just getting any little ends down here that I didn't get. And what you can do after, if you want to remove the wax paper, you can just take an X-Acto knife and go around, or a sharp pair of scissors to take off the wax paper. And some just tuck wax paper like in periodic places, but it doesn't hurt. It's like I said, it's either going to stay here or it's going to Ray's work, one or the other. More than likely, it's going to his work because there's a lot of cake here. There. Don't see anything wrong with that, do you? Besides yumminess, just go ahead and clean this right up. That's why I like to use wax paper. You can just go ahead and anything that needs to be cleaned, you can just clean it. Now, I was thinking, should I garnish the top or not? I've been debating. But what I'm thinking about doing, I'm going to put this up just a hair there. What I'm thinking about doing, I have 2 strawberries. Could do something like this. And then, let me see. Actually, I'm trying to get them all even. This one here looks a little big, but you could use it. There you have it, folks. That right here. You have a nice cake. There's a strawberry cake. And I probably won't be editing much out of this because, hey, we all make mistakes. That's how we learn. And what I may do is take these off and just slice them and make a slice design. I'm not sure, but that's not bad. Looks pretty good right there. I'd like to say that you can follow me on Facebook for videos and pictures because I use a camera, and for some reason when I want to send a picture to YouTube I can't. So if anybody can help me out on that, I'd greatly appreciate it. You can also follow me on Pinterest and Instagram, and I'll have everything in the description box below. And I hope you enjoyed this today. So God bless, and you never know what I'm going to be doing because I don't know myself actually. Something different every day. I try anyways. So God bless and have a great day. Bye now.